Piggies and Gentlefins. How are you today? Just a bit bored today, so I'm just going for a ride. Take you on a tour through part of West Shore Road in Warwick, Rhode Island, which this will lead out to a few parks, some known regionally and some not. Right now, like I said, we're going on West Shore Road, which goes into Connimicut Village, just a tiny little village, and with Connimicut Point Park at the other end of it. So let's just see what we can come across, if there's anything actually interesting on this route, which, yeah, I've been on it quite a few times. One of my good friends lives off this route, which is a bit nicer because it's heading out down towards the water, where you can see the inlet that goes into the Port of Providence, and where all the shipping and all that goes into as well. So that the water where we are now would be out to the neighborhoods to our left of West Shore Road, and there's a few different points. There's Connimicut Point, and there is Warwick Neck that has Rocky Point on it, which is a pretty well-known regional old school amusement park that used to run, that unfortunately got auctioned off and closed down in 1995, and now has been made into a state park that you can kind of just go and have picnics and go fishing and all that stuff. So it looks like we have the Connimicut Village Farmers Market that's happening on Sundays, which I haven't been to. I'm going to have to keep that in mind. And this is the Connimicut Village. Some shops, some gift shops, a small little Warwick police building, a nice taco shop. Used to be, I believe, Papa's? I might be wrong. I might be getting that wrong. But there's a little neighborhood, even though we're just getting a nice view of the St. Elizabeth Community Senior bus right now. There's a nice little library off to the side here, and off to the left-hand side. Haven't been into that one, but it looks kind of cute. And I'm going to go through here. There's a little tiny post office. VFW is on the left-hand side. Not very, very interesting, but we'll get interesting in a moment. Let's just pause this for a second here. Alright, so I went about a quarter mile down the road just to skip all just the dead air here. So here we go. Connimicut Point Park. There's a sign coming in. Pretty little garbage truck. I do have to say, Warwick has done pretty well. They updated a bunch of trucks, bought a bunch of new trucks, and they usually are pretty consistent with picking up trash. You know, I know a lot of towns have a lot of struggles with that. Warwick's not too bad. So if you go down here, this is leading down to Connimicut Point Park, where there's a beach. You have to now pay. You don't normally go down the right-hand side, but we're going to take the scenic route, so we're going to go straight. But now, in recent couple of years since COVID, you used to be able to come down this way and park wherever and enjoy things without having to pay. But when COVID hit, all my little hangout spots that you can just go and sit for free and not be bothered by anybody got taken over by everybody because no one had anywhere to go. So now when you come down here to the actual park, I believe, Memorial Day through Labor Day, like typical beaches, you have to pay to get in. So I haven't actually gotten the pass in the past couple of years. I think maybe out of spite, or laziness, either one. So I'll just come down this way and just take a little tour. So here on your left-hand side, we're going out into the point. So on the left is where you can see all the water, which of course you're not going to see right now, but there's houses lining both sides. Everybody usually comes down and does their little walks down there, walks their dogs down here, of course, because it's the pretty area to do it in. And you get a view. And then with it being a point, eventually you get to have water on either side of you. So this side is where all the beachfront property is that overlooks wonderful Providence, Rhode Island, the city. It's not all that pretty, but you do get some good views. When they do fireworks in Providence, you get a front row seat, which would be really cool to kind of live down here for that. So you can't really see because I'm short and I'm in a short car, but there's all the water on this side. And just keep on going down straight to the point. Back here. And technically, when COVID happened, it was a mob scene down here. There used to be just a couple of people that would park down here at the end where you can load your boat into the water. And I came down here once COVID all hit, and there were cars lined up and down the sides of these roads, blocking off everybody's driveways, which of course caused a big hubbub. And then before you knew it, no parking signs went up, violation signs went up. Everybody was getting ticketed and kicked out. And so a few people ruined decades worth of just being able to hang out here. Now over here is the park. But over here is where you can launch your boats. But if you're in the park, you can go on the loop, hang out. But everybody would park over here. Not really supposed to go swimming or anything, but I'm sure people do. You can kind of park and go do your thing. Of course, a lot of people were down here doing sketchy stuff, smoking and drinking, all that happy stuff. And how there's only 5 or 6 cars down here right now, there was a good 30 of them when COVID hit and pretty much ruined it for everybody. But now they seem to have gotten a bit more lenient. There are still some no parking signs, but I really haven't seen anybody get in much trouble hanging out down here. But it is a nice, peaceful place to kind of go. But if you look across, you can see Port of Providence. You know, all that lovely industrialness. And if you go out that way, I think I'm actually being blocked right now. Am I still in gear? Yes. But if you go out that way, past all these people that are getting in our way. Come on. Hit the gas, dude. Alright, thank you. If you go out that way, I can't really see it. There we go. Above the white car, there's the Connimicut Point lighthouse. And I wish I did have the parking pass right now, because I would go out there. But it is the daylight hours and you have to pay. So, but there's a lighthouse and there's a sandbar that you can walk out on technically. But you risk that if you get stuck out there, the tide comes in, you get stuck out in the sandbar. There's a horrible, horrible riptide that when I first started hanging out down here, somebody got caught out there and tried to swim back in and got stuck in the riptide and got pulled out, and they found him or her, I think it was a him, a while later, and unfortunately he didn't make it. But there have been several deaths down here, so you gotta be smart. It is a really pretty place, but you have to be smart with yourselves. If you go out there, you can walk out on it. You won't get hurt if you walk out on it. But if the tide's coming in, you go in, because you're risking not being able to get back in safely. And then I would say if you get stuck out there, then I don't know. I wouldn't try to swim through it to get back in, because you're probably not going to make it. But in the park over here on the left, there's a nice little playground. The other side of the point, it's got a sand beach over there too that you can kind of hang out in. I'm not sure they're actually collecting stuff here, because I don't see anybody at the gate. So are they not collecting anything anymore? I wonder. But I want to pull in and be that jerk that, so I wasn't prepared to pay. But I wonder, because there's nobody there. Let's see. Let's go around the corner. Let's see what we got here. It's gonna be a long video of just me talking to myself and y'all. But let's go around. We can't get in. We can't get in because I'm not paying whatever it is, $5-10 just to roll in and roll back out. And then there's a little cross street we're going to take here. This is, what is this? Ellery Street. This cuts over. Normally when this isn't all overgrown, you can see all the marsh water, marshlands. If we go down further, we can see it too. But it's June, so everything's all grown up and polleny and all that fun stuff. So let's go out and see if we can actually get into Connimicut Point Park without getting heckled for money. Which I thought if they were gonna collect, there would be somebody sitting there with their little umbrella, and I did not see anybody. So let's see what the sign says. No littering, city ordinance, park closed, sunrise to sunset. Yeah, there's nobody collecting. I've been avoiding this because I thought they were charging, but apparently they're not. So maybe that was just Oakland Beach, but if you look, I got a park. Oops, that's the car. A park. Videotape everybody. There's a couple little bathrooms. I'm not even sure if, since this porta potty's outside, I would guess that maybe those aren't available. Let's push back here, and it looks like we have some these are citizens vans. I need some people to enjoy the park. And this is nice. I'm glad they're not charging to get in here right now. I wonder why not. But here, if you go out on the point, this is just very entertaining, just looking at the hood of my car, on my dashboard. Everybody's here. So if I park here, am I talking in front of myself to be? Looks like everybody's packing up, but hold on, let me pause this. Alright, so that's better. Let's go out on the point. See, it's all nice water. You can walk down there. Nice and blue today. You'd never know it was New England beach. And it's mostly high tide because the sandbar is mostly closed. So right now, if you look out, there's a really bad rip tide. Something fuzzy got attacked. Nice and cool out here today too. Let's see, there's a lighthouse. And across there is Barrington and Warren and then we got this. Connimicut Shoals Lighthouse, listed on National Register of Historic Places, March 30th, 1988. Symbol of Rhode Island, rich marine heritage, associated with long History of efforts to protect shipping in and out of the rocky waters of Narragansett Bay. Established in 1868, Connimicut Point Park at the entrance of Providence River, Connimicut Lake, significant as an important navigational aid for vessels en route to Providence, as the first light in Narragansett Bay to be built offshore. The present tower, which dates from 1883, is also an architecturally significant caisson-type lighthouse and an excellent example of 19th century engineering and prefabricated cast iron construction. If you come over here, this is the sandbar I was talking about. So you can walk out on that sandbar, but then if you go out, you can see that line. That's what people get stuck out there and get sucked out, and then they can't get back in, because you can see the rip current. Then you got a nice little sailboat out there. And the danger of drowning hazard. And then Providence over there. Alright, so we're gonna head out. But this is Connimicut Point Park. Nice little spot to hang out at. Even the seagulls like it. Catch you later. Bye-bye.